we have seen this kind of thing. So anyhow, so upasana you're talking about fixing our mind. When I am offering pranam, it is not that my body is standing in front of you, but my mind is fixed on your ideal, O Buddha, the ideal you stand for. O Ramakrishna, the ideal you stand for. O Rama, the ideal you stand for. So when you think like that, what will happen? That in your mind, the transformation will come. Hmm? A beautiful verse again from the Upanishad. Upanishad used some kind of visual. It says in Mundaka, you will find this sloka. It says, a beautiful, a powerful one. Our Swamiji always wanted some a heroic mood. In Ranganathananda's lecture, also you will see, we lose that heroic mood in your that psyche of the nation, of the country. That we lost. We lost the vigor, that courage that Arjuna had, Bhishma had. That we lost. So when you read Mahabharata, try to think, carry that courage in your personality. In Upanishad, who generally, what is our belief? Who recorded all those things? The sages, saints, sitting in the cave or a forest. But see what kind of example they are writing. They are giving Dhanur Grihitto Upanishadam Mahastram Sharam Hyupasa Nishitam Sandhaita Ayamya Tad Bhava Gatena Chetasha Laksham Tat Eva Aksharang Somya Vidhi, taking hold of a bow. Dhanush. Dhanush, that bow. That taking hold of a bow. See the spirit. That is the great weapon that is well known, that's mentioned in the Upanishads. One should fix on it an arrow. But arrow, it is not a blunt one. No? You need that sharpened arrow. One day, you probably have seen that Mahabharata serial many times. Huh? At night, Arjuna, because that big epic you cannot put in some episodes, but some glimpse you may remember. At dead night, everyone is sleeping, but see Arjuna, what he is doing? He was tired because whole day he was in the battlefield, very busy. Yeah. And tomorrow he will be busy. But night, everyone is taking rest. What Arjuna is doing? Sharpening his arrow. That's important. Today I am also busy. You are also busy. Tomorrow also I will be busy. You will be busy. But what we are doing in the night? When you return away from this temple, what will be? Are you sharpening your arrow? Your mind? Are you doing? So how to do that? Sharpen your arrow in this context. Sharpened with the meditation. We'll explain a little bit. Drawing the string. We have to draw the string now. Drawing the string with a mind absorbed in its thought. Now hit. You are ready to hit. Oh, good looking one, the target that is immutable. The result you will get, it will be immutable. That's why the target is immutable. What is that? Brahman. What is Brahman? Your real nature. Okay. So now that little bit of explanation from the commentary. So that part is same. Taking a bow consisting in the Mahastram, that's Upanishadam, that is well known in Upanishad, the great weapon that occurs. So that arrow, the individual self. What is the arrow here? The individual self. You. The present moment, what you are thinking about yourself. You are thinking, I am an individual self. In present moment, you are thinking, I am the little pond. I am not the ocean. So, we are thinking, I am little. Hmm? Hmm. Sometimes we talk about struggles. So, who have struggles, they are actually fortunate. From the great divine mother, the struggle is a chance to break the barriers. The pond, or maybe the what you call something so cement, you build a some kind of water tank, sometimes. Just I want to request you to think in an ocean. You have built a water tank with cement, mortar and brick. So if you want to become one with the ocean, what you have to do? You have to break the cement wall. No, so you have to hit that your comfort zone. No, you have to do. So presently I am thinking I am the small water pond. So that individual self, santata avidhyanina tanukritam sanskritam iti. What will happen when you meditate? What will happen? That upasa nishitam. Um, so you have to sharpen it through continuous thought. Samtata avidhyanena. Many of you understand little bit of Hindi, Sanskrit. Can you figure out avidhyana? Dhyana is there. Dhyana you understand? Avidhyana. It is some powerful with force meditation. My meditation is not a sleepy meditation. My meditation is joyous meditation. My meditation is a meditation with courage. My meditation with festivity. So avidhyanam. Now santata, continuous. It's not a one-time joyous. Whenever you sit like that. So santata, continuous avidhyana. What will happen? Tanukritam, sharpen. Sanskritam. You see, again a word. Sanskritam. Sanskritam, what does it mean? Huh? Refine. That is the thing. So this my arrow is not with rust. I have removed the rust. Now it is Samaskritam. The chair was covered with dust. Cleaned it. I cleaned that. So now it is Samaskritam. The language now refined. So a refined language called Samaskritam language. No? Very good. Samaskritam. So if Samaskrita in your nature, you have Samaskriti. If Samaskriti does not make you refined individual self, it is not a Samaskriti. It is something else in disguise of Samaskriti. So it will make you a better person. That is Samaskriti. Okay. So now it is upasa nishitam, sharpened. That is to say purified by constant meditation. So purification happens with meditation. Now here is a important point I should say. Chetasa tadbhavagatena, with the mind absorbed in the bhava or bhavana, where there is, mm, many people, every one of us love to preach ourselves. But if you do not have any matter, what you will preach? Do you remember the gospel? one boy called Podo was blowing a conch. So why you are blowing your conch? In your temple you yet not cleaned. Droppings of the spiders and the bat that is there. First clean your temple. Install the image. Then blow your sankha. You are blowing sankha. So you must have some matter. That's why always we suggest in general, when you go in our tradition, Ramsa tradition, first you have a Vespar Arati with Khandana Bhava Bandhana. So if you just attend that Khandanava Bandhana or Om Hrim Ritam, the three songs or hymns, and then Om Hrim Ritam and Saravangala Mangala. What happened? That your mind will be filled with that thought. Now sit for meditation, you enjoy the meditation because your mind is not vacant. It is full with great ideas. Now you meditate, you enjoy. So you need to fill up your mind with bhavana, with bhava. So in now this later part of our discussion, let us talk about some bhavana because our topic is mm, making life an offering. So, one story. Let us share one story. The story is about a Shaiva saint. Again, many of you probably heard of his name, Kushala Nayanar. Have you heard? Kushala Nayanar? He is one of the 63 canonical Shaiva saints of the India. Kushala, he was from southern part of India, Kushala Nayanar. So he was very pure, but always cherished an intense desire to build a huge temple for his beloved Lord Shiva. I want to build a temple. Poor man. So one day, the Lord, in a vision, asked him to build a temple in his own soul. You're a poor boy. Where from you buy stone or mortar? So, but you can build a temple inside. So, with great care and concentration, he started building the interior temple brick by brick, thinking, this is my brick I hold, I am placing it one by one. Yeah? Slowly thinking. He started that construction. To him, it was not an imagination or fantasy. His great faith and devotion made it real to him. Day after day, he worked hard, meticulously planning and constructing the gopura, the outer walls, the main shrine, the bimana, the flagstaff, the tank, even the sacred bull Nandi also. Everything meticulously. Huh? He was building inside his heart. One after another, he was absorbed in the task for several years. Naturally, if you take it sincere effort, it will take time. It's not a one-day job. So, so the mental, at last the mental temple was finished, completed. It so happened that the king of the country too had started almost the same time. The king of the country also started constructed a temple, but it was with external all those things, cement and the sand, with all those things, water he started. And after finishing that one, he thought that we have to consecrate this temple, that Kumbha Abhisheka. We have to Abhisheka, to start formal consecration. Now, but one day he was fortunate enough. He, in his dream, he saw Shiva, and he fixed a date. The king, the Shiva in a dream, he saw Shiva said, "Okay, well, I will be busy in that day. I cannot come." Why? Why? What happened? Because one of my beloved devotee, he also finished one temple. I have to be present there. So how I can go both the places? Some of you have done. Huh? You have attended one invitation today, and you managed going there also, here also. So, but Shiva was poor Shiva. He could not. so he told, okay, that day I cannot come. Um, so what's the matter? Then Shiva gave the answer. What is the name of the devotee? There is a Kushala. Kushala, I have to present it. So he understood that hint. Then he invited Kushala Nayanar. Please be the main priest, chief priest of the consecration of my temple. So he managed that. So from here we can understand some important thing. What? Bhava Grahi Janardana. The gospel, who reads gospel of Sri Ramakrishna, many times I think you You have heard, you have read of this word Bhava Grahi Janardana. The Janardana, the great Lord, is Bhava Grahi. He accepts Bhava. Bhava only. God accepts only the spirit of worship. It is not about the king. He gave real mortar and stone. Huh? But for Shiva, what was real? Not this kind of solid thing. The bhava, the love. And that was involved with that mental temple, that shrine. And the second point also. Here we get that some familiarity with the thought of Swami Vivekananda. What is that? That the divinity of human soul. Every man and woman carries in his or her soul the immortal light of the spirit. That Kushala did. Divinity here. It is here. And our scriptures, many times we have seen it has been said, Deha Shivalaya Prokta Siddhidan Sarvadehinam. This body This body is the temple of Shiva. All human desires are fulfilled there. And again, Deha Devalaya Prokta Sa Jivaha Kevala Shiva. This Deha is the Devalaya, the temple. Many times we have read all those things, but it's time to practice. When you practice that, you will get that immortality, the immortal result. We never did that. We want to that sign, but always overlook this important shrine. But it was in the scriptures. Actually, we choose what we like. But now, to become a wise, we have to choose the thing from where we will get that greater thing. Little that that we have to be little wise now. In the morning, we have done that puja. In the puja, I hope you have noticed a step also. When you do puja, what you do, you purify all those things, no? All those utensils and all those things. Then puja objects, sometimes flowers, the vastram, and all those things we purify. And at the same time, we purify the asana, and we purify our body also. So, in our scriptures, it has been said that Deva Bhutva Devam Yajeta. First, you have to be established in that divinity. Then you can worship the divine. So, how to describe that? If I want to meet anybody here, if I was in a different country, I have to come to the US. Then I have to meet you. No. If I want to meet with any Swami, here the Swami of I have to come to the US or maybe this Connecticut. I came here. That's why I am able to meet you. So to meet the Devata, you have to be a Devata. Same, no? Same status. So a president easily can meet another president because they belong to the same status. Now, what is the meaning of Devata? They called it came from deep. That is shining. So why these devatas are shining? I am not talking about mythological gods in the present context. So we can address those questions if you ask in the open forum. But anyhow, here I want to say that is shining. That's why I am calling you Devata. So why I am not shining? Because here ignorance is there. There is he is shining because there is no ignorance. The first boy of the class is shining. Why? In him there is less ignorance about the subject matter. That's why the boy or girl is shining. Okay? I am not shining. Why I am shining? I have more ignorance about the subject matter. Same thing. About my real nature, I have a lot of ignorance. I do not know who am I. That's why I'm not shining. Hmm. So in Devata, in truth, that's why you can remember Nanaka Deva, Vyasa Deva, Shuka Deva, now Chaitanya Deva, Ramakrishna Deva. You see, we use all those terms, never thought of that. They are shining about their reality. So that we do that shining. Remove those ignorance. Who am I? In that due process, there's a beautiful thing. A few days ago, I think yesterday, and I think every day we talk about with age, with when your body become aged, little old. Sometimes we feel, or maybe if you're not too much, sometimes circumstances, many of maybe if it is live streaming, or maybe in the not when anyhow, if some people maybe they are in future they can see all those things in YouTube maybe just they can see through sitting in their that home itself. Okay, so many times it may happen that you may not attend the kumbha. Many some of you probably have visited India and attend the kumbha, but I didn't go there because here different kind of responsibilities were here. I was here, but I never lost anything physically. I was not present, but I enjoyed the every bit of that. And I can. How? Mentally. My body may not go, but who can stop my mind? In this moment, I can visit Dakshineshwar, we can visit Belur Math, we can visit Kamarpukura Jairam Bati. Hmm. Nobody can stop me. You may stop my body, but not my mind. So, Manasa Puja, it carries that kind of thought. Sitting here, you may be a poor person, you may not have a Bilva Patra or may not here. It was not there. It's not possible, no? We arrange some different kind of leaves, we do that sometimes. But mentally you can offer. Nobody can stop you. So Manasa Puja is a beautiful thing. So it goes like that. Let me just chant a little bit of that. It will bring the mood. It's only for Om Ritpadmam Asanam Dadyat Sahasrara Chutamrite Padyam Charanayor Dadyat Manastvarghang Nivedayet Tenamritena Achamaniyang Snaniyang Tena Chasmritam Akashatatvang Vastran Syat Gandha Syat Gandha Tatvakam. It goes on like that. So, first you start your puja with asana. You have invited, you have invoked the deity. First thing, you have to give a seat. You came here, you got a chair at least. So in my heart, there is an asana already, it is there. What is the asana? Aridpadmam. My heart, that lotus heart, the lotus of your heart is there. Oh God, please sit there. Ridpadmam asanam dadya. Sahasrara chutamrite padyam charanayor dadya. Next, again that Sanatana tradition, you give first to you have come in my room, in my house. Let me give some water if you want to clean your feet or whatever else. So padyam charanayor dadya. So where from it came? It is Sahasrara chutamrite, a nectar is coming down from it is the imagination. In the beginning it's the imagination. After with your maturity you can feel that. So for presently you may imagine, you can think from the Sahasrara. In your Sahasrara, that uppermost, that lotus that is in your somewhere in your head, in your brain, from there, from the Sahasrara, a thousand petaled, that lotus, that that flowing a nectar. And with that nectar, I am giving that to clean your feet, the padya. Manas targhan nivedayat. I am offering argha. You have seen here? Huh? What is that? The rose is there. Rose is there. So generally we provide one bilba patra, then some durba grass, some of that grain of rice, then flour and sandal paste. I am offering that. So for him, it is not a lotus only, a rose only. It is my mind. So you used your that this heart, lotus heart, and you have given the padya, to wash the feet. Now you're offering little argha, old tradition. Sometimes nowadays we give a flower bouquet. In those days, probably that was the thing. Hmm. So, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. So, um, so manastarkam niveda. So when I offering, I am offering my mind, because when mind will touch your feet, it will not remain as a mortal mind. It will become a fresh mind, a full of intelligence, full of knowledge. It became immortal. And sometimes you have seen this is the spirit you have to read. When um, when we read books, sometimes you have read that Gita. Many times you have chanted. Many times you have chanted from Upanishad. Many times you have read complete words of Swami Vivekananda or maybe Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna. But you have engaged your eyes. Of course, you have engaged your mind also. But if you think such a way that thousands years ago, Shankara wrote a young boy. He when he passed away, left his body. He was only 32. Probably, of course, he wrote all those things before that. So young boy, maybe late 20s, sitting in the Himalayas, near maybe in the bank of Alokananda River, writing the commentaries with his disciples, Sureshwaracharya, and all those things. They are sitting. And when you are reading, you can think that way. Now you also sitting there. Shankara's mind and your mind, that is in touch now. A book, this is the way, it's the attitude. When you are reading the complete works of Swami Vivekananda, the shining heart of Vivekananda, and your shining heart of you is touching with one another. So what will happen? Sometimes we discuss like that. So a iron ball, red hot, and another iron ball, cold, black. If you keep contact, what will happen? It will also become hot. That is the way to gain that fire. You see. So everything is bhavana, no? In bhavana, in which way, in the attitude you have chosen. So when you read with this, with fire, it's different. That's why we need that heroic attitude, little courage in our every act. When you worship, when you read, when you sing, do with some kind of fire, fire of divinity. Now it goes on. Then let the okay, it goes on. Now Akasha Tattvam Vastran Sat. Before that something happened. I am giving the water for the shower, but from the nectar. Then we need a bastra, akasha tattva. The bastra is there inside. I am offering that one. It goes on. Then after that, at the end, it says, now at the end of the puja, I am offering some flowers. I have 15 flowers to give, oh my Lord. 15 flowers. They counted it. 10 and 5. The last 5 will be special flowers, costly. But these are also the first 10 flowers was very nice. So what kind of flower I am giving? Amayadir Bhava Pushpair Archayad Bhava Gocharam. It starts with Amaya. First flower is Amaya. Then Amayam Anahankaram Aragam Amadam Tatha Amohakam Adambhancha Advesh Ashobako Tatha Amatsaryam Alobhancha Dashapushpam Vidur Buddha Buddha Mandali. Can you, some of you, can you that recognize this word? Buddha means wise. Buddha, Pandita. Vibudha, sometimes we use Vibudha. So Buddha means Buddha Mandali, is Prabuddha. Is the same kind of root it came. Prabuddha. Prabuddha Bharata, the awakened India. Swamiji gave that name to the English magazine. Prabuddha is a Buddha who has the Buddha understanding. So these Buddhas, this Pandit, real, who has that knowledge, direct experience, they says, this is also flower, but I know some different flowers that you can use in your life. First thing, it goes on Amayam, Anahankaram, Aragam, Amadam Tata. I can see many of you, you can maybe relate. First is Amaya. Maya is something with a negative sense. Na? Maya. If I put a, it generally gives a positive sense. Little Hindi, little Sanskrit, or maybe very language, or like in non. Raga. Raga means attachment. So, or raga must be detachment or non-attachment. Ahankara, pride, egotism. So, anahankara would be absence of that. If I say lobha, avarice, so alobha means absence of avarice. Now we'll enjoy. Now again, let me read that again first. So amayam, first is amayam. Absence of disease, anahankara, absence of egotism. Before that, why I stopped actually, I want to mention one previous line, one line before. So it says that Amayadir Bhava Pushpair Archayid Bhava Gocharam. This with these 10 flowers, Amaya etc. You have to worship the God who is Bhava Gochara. And that word. Bhava Gochara means that the God who reveals to pure feelings. Without feeling, bhava, gochara, you can understand the God if you have the bhava. The bhava hai Janardhan. If you do not have the bhava, you cannot make him that fool. Sri Ramakrishna once told, if you are scholar enough, you can make fool common people, but you cannot make fool God. He knows these words is coming from your lips, not from your heart. In Bengal it says, পাণ্ডিত্যে লোককে ভুলাতে পারবে, ঈশ্বরকে নয়. Common people, we can make them, I don't think they're there should be no misunderstanding. So you can make full of common people, but God understands what is going on in the heart. So here, Bhava Gocharam. So he can be, you can touch his feet with bhavas. So amayam, anahankara, absence of egotism, non-attachment, aragam, amadam, absence of haughtiness, amadam, cha, advesha, non-hatred, akshubham, non-excitement, amatsaryam, absence of jealousy, alobham, absence of avarice, cha, dashapushpam, this is my 10 flowers. So Now, what is the five flowers, special flowers? Ahimsa paramam pushpam. Pushpam indriya nigraha. First is ahimsa, non-violence, paramam pushpam. Then indriya nigraha, control of the senses. Then daya pushpam, flower of compassion. Shama pushpam, flower of forgiveness. Jnana pushpam, flower of knowledge. And this is the Pancham. These are five flowers by which God is to be worshipped. You see, now it may become your daily practice. When and many of our daily our tradition, we talk about Manasa Puja. Do little Manasa Puja before you start. And sometimes when people start daily meditations, Manasa Puja. If you do practice every day, oh God, I am offering. Just think about that. This altar before starting anything you are doing. Maybe you have some time. Today is a holiday. You can start a puja. Maybe no, you have no Swami because very difficult to get Swamis. No. You can do your puja. Plus Amayam. So you can think, I am offering this pushpa Amayam at the lotus feet of Sri Rama Krishna. What will happen? By the grace of Sri Rama Krishna, all Maya is going. Now in me, there is no Maya. Anahankar, next flower. So, O Lord, I am offering this flower of Anahankara. What will happen? In return, by grace of Sri Rama Krishna, all false pride will go. So now, in your heart, first thing, that all those wrong things are there, rust. You're talking about that arrow, all one by one, rust are going. First, when you offer Amaya, Maya gone. Think about, I am in my, by grace of Sri Rama Krishna, in me, there is no Maya. I can see that I can see Rama. Can you know the story? Gospel Sri Rama Krishna giving example. In the exile, Vanavasa, three people they are going in Treta Yuga. First, Rama. In between, Janaki Sita. And the end, Lakshmana. And Sri Rama Krishna gave that example. How? In between, Sita is standing. That's why Lakshmana, the Jivatman, he cannot see Rama. So, if Sita is not there, you can see Rama. So now, it is just an example. So, he is saying, it Maya, if it's not there, you can see your Lord. So now, there is no obstacle between you and Sri Ramakrishna. You are standing, you are sitting in front of Sri Ramakrishna in the last century, 19th century, sitting in the Dakshineshwar. You have overcome the Maya. Maya means you have overcome the Desha, Kala, and Nimitya. In between Sri Ramakrishna and you, what is the difference? Just I want to give a practical kind of idea. So you are not. You may think I am not sitting in front of Sri Ramakrishna. What is the obstacle? What is the barrier? Tell me something. Can you tell me something? What is the barrier? Maya, but in practical, that time, desha, kala, nimitya. Times, space, and causation. Just let time. As a historic figure, don't forget about his avatara, just historic figure. Yeah. Historic figure, his lifespan was 1836 to 1886. Now it is 2025. So the Kala, Desha, it is US, it is not Dakshinesha, space and causation, all those that what to do. You were not born in that period. Something there is a causation. So you are now here. Maybe some of you may be born around 1940s, 1950s, 60s, but it is not in between that time period. So Maya is not there. That's why we call Nitya Vrindavana, Nitya Yayodha, Nitya Belur. That type came in our tradition. They call still it is going on. অদ্যপিহ গৌর লীলা করেন গৌর রায়, কোন কোন ভাগ্যবানে দেখিবারে পায়। Gaura means Chaitanya. It is a Vaishnava kind of a verse. Adyapiha Gaur Lila Karen Gaur Rai. Gaur Rai, that Gauranga, that Chaitanya. Still that Lila is going. Gaur Karen Gaur Rai. Kono kono bhagyobane. Some fortunate people are here, there. Dekhibare pai. All those differences between Navadvip and US gone. 15th century and 19th century gone. I am standing and in front of me, Gaur Rai is dancing. So like that, time is up. I do not continue. In that way, I want to give some hint. I have mentioned that qualities like anahankara. Let me give another hint. Next flower. Ahankara. When there is no ahankara, again Sriram, gospel of Sri Ramakrishna, beautiful how he told, in front of the doorstep of God there lies a stump of egotism. You can enter in the where Rama is sitting, Krishna is sitting, Ramakrishna is sitting. You cannot enter. Why? Because your ego, that stump, that woodlock, is lying in front of the earth. Remove your ego. You is nobody. The obstacle came from yourself. So let me. It goes on. So I want to conclude today's time is up. So, but our in open forum, it is still we have some time. We can discuss all those things. So, let me that so 15 flowers. Let me just mention so that today evening, from today this evening you can start. So amayam, first is amayam, anahankaram. Amayam, it is absence of deceit. Nobody is there to deceive you. Anahankaram, absent of egotism. I am offering the second flower. All my pride gone. There is no stamp. Sri Ramakrishna, I am shaking hand with Buddha. I am shaking hand because when that is the purity. You see, Duryodhana has had pride. Krishna didn't go to his house. Vidura, no pride. But food, quality of food, it was, it was bhakti that gave the taste that Vidura offered to Krishna. But it became contaminated with Duryodhana's food. What is contamination? Pride. So he will come in your small heart. Then aragam, non-attachment. If there's attachment, let be attachment with you, O God. Amadam, absence of haughtiness. Amohakam, absence of delusion. Adambhan, absence of pretentiousness. We have to show, nothing to show. Using flowery language, using beautiful clothes, it's all about it's a pretension. Your real treasure is inside. It is not your language or whatever cloth you are wearing. Nothing, not your status. You essentially, your real being is your asset. Go with it. So, no pretension. Advesha, not hatred. Yesterday we were talking about hatred. Hatred comes when there is ego. When ego, it goes, compassion comes. Even in the robber, in the thief, in a law-abiding state, that must be lawful. But inside, you feel, oh, poor boy, poor man, poor girl, he or she that does not know. It's about at immaturity, doing all those things. Hatred, compassion comes. Then amatsarjam, absence of jealousy. In my team, if he's getting the batter, maybe cricket, The batter also getting century. I also do. Nothing about jealousy. He or she can sing. Okay, I will also practice. What is the problem? My team. I am also a daughter of Sri Ramakrishna or Holy Mother. She also a daughter of Sri Ramakrishna mother or son, whatever it is. No jealousy. Absence of avarice. Because I have that wealth, I know what is real richness means. So where from this avarice will come? It is there. That sampatti Vishnu smaranam. I have that sampatti, but I have a sumati. I love to chant the name of Vishnu. That is the greatest wealth I have. So I have no average towards something external. This is the Dasha Pushpa. Then five Pushpas, non-violence, Indriya Nigra, control of the senses. My senses has been controlled when I offer the flower. And only by grace of Sri Ramakrishna, now I am the master of my senses. This kind of confidence. Then flower of compassion, Kshama Pushpam, Jnana Pushpam, Kshama Pushpam, flower of forgiveness, Jnana Pushpam, flower of knowledge, Brahma Sattva Jagan Mithya Jiva Brahma Banava. This Brahma Eva Satya Jagat is Mithya, is not real, temporary. And Jiva Brahma Banava. What temporary means? What does it mean? The Jiva Eva Shiva, to whom I am interacting with in office, in marketplace, I am talking with Shiva. So this is the Jnana. So this is the five special pushpas. So with a pranam, let me. Who is the the storehouse of all noble qualities? We call guna. Guna is the noble qualities. So he is the Gunisha, the God. When you worship God, what will happen? He is Gunisha. He is the storehouse of noble qualities. If you can make a contact with your love with him, what will come from him? You will get all the gunas. If a wealthy man became your friend, you need not to think about money. He will provide or she will provide money because he's your friend. So if you make friendship with that Gunisha, the Lord of all those noble qualities, automatically, like it's automatic, like a two ball. One is red hot ball, cold ball. But you will touch it. What will happen? You will get the purity, knowledge, bliss, joy. So, Gunatita, Gunadhara, Gunavija, Gunatmaka, Gunisha, Guninang Bija, Guninang Gurave Namaha. Thou art the one beyond all attributes, yet thou supportest them all. Nirguna Gunamaya, Khandana Bandhan, same. Thou supportest them all. Thou art the origin of all attributes, and abidest in them as their self. If you meditate upon that person, automatically from inside it will manifest. All those gunas will come out. It is there inside. You need not to bring from something external from here inside. Thou art the Lord of those who possess noble attributes, noble qualities. Thou art also their progenitor and teacher. Salutation to thee. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti.